Okay, everyone, it's time for some more foundations. I know you are really excited about that. So am I. We are in Unit 5. We've talked about AW, AU sounds, and we're going to look at prefixes and suffixes here as well. Okay, so let's get started. I have a lot of trick words here for you. One or two of them are old. The rest are all new. And your first one is against. Against. So prefixes and suffixes change the meanings of words. Let's take a look at some of them now. We've used the word play quite a bit, and that's our base word. You've probably seen this in other slideshows that I've posted. Well, if something can be played, we can say it is playable. And if a game is really boring and you just can't sit through it, you might say, oh, that game is unplayable. So we just snap on these Lego pieces, these prefixes and suffixes, and we can make new words. So let's look at some of the most common prefixes that we'll be using. One of them is miss, which means wrong or bad, like misspell and misunderstand and misbehave. By the way, look at that double S in misspell. It's a good way to remember that miss is just added to the beginning. It doesn't change the base word. Then we have this one, un, which means not, like unfair and unopened and unprepared. And there are so many words that use un. We could just make a slideshow that is hours long. We've got words like unfriendly, unwanted, unbroken, unhappy, unpleasant, unwrap, unfinished, unsafe, unhelpful. Look at that. That's got a prefix and a suffix. Unknown, unzip, unable, unlock, unbutton, and on and on and on. We could do so many. Then we have non, which also means not, like non-smoking, nonsense, which means it doesn't make sense, and non-fat, which means that it's a food item that has no fat in it, like non-fat yogurt and non-fat milk. Then we have dis, which also means not, like dislike and disloyal. A friend who doesn't stick up for you when you need them might be disloyal. Next we get trans. We don't have many words that we're going to use right now with this one, but it means across, like transnational, which means going all the way across the country. Now we've covered a lot of suffixes already. There are two basic types. We have the vowel suffixes and the consonant suffixes. Now the vowel ones we've seen before. E-S-E-D-I-N-G-E-R-E-S-T. Now the consonant suffixes, this is kind of a weird thing to call them because not all of them begin with a consonant. And let's take a look at these now. So full, which is normally a word that's spelled with two L's, right? It has a bonus letter. When it's used as a suffix, it doesn't have it. So thankful, careful, handful, there are hundreds of words that use this. And then the opposite would be less, thankless. A person who's thankless, it doesn't say thank you. And careless. Here we have words like shipment and employment. Okay, and there are lots of words here too, like enjoyment. That E in the suffix kind of sounds like an I. And we get kindness and joyfulness. And ish, which means kind of like, childish and greenish and brownish. If something is bluish, it's not really blue, but it's kind of like blue. And we talked about this one in class when we put en at the end, like freshen means to make it fresh, and lengthen means to make it long or longer, and strengthen. And sometimes en can be a prefix and a suffix in really long high school words like enlighten. And then this one we've talked about before. Expandable means we're able to expand it. And playable, we're able to play it. All right, let's practice a little bit of spelling here. There's some compound words mixed in. The first one is unhappy. And here it is. The next one is herself. Herself. Next, the word is napkin. Napkin. And here we go. The fourth word here is pumpkin. Pumpkin. Here we go. The fifth word on this slide is himself. Himself. You ready? I'm going to show it to you. And the last one here is payday. Payday. The day that you get paid for the work that you've done is payday. And ask anybody who gets one. Payday is lots of fun and definitely something to look forward to. Oh, and what could we say about this? Can you read that word? Unfixable. The end.